You are watching Imagisport, giving you a unique variety of tabletop sports action. Imagisport presents Old School Wrestling, featuring the stars of the Old School Wrestling Association. All OSWA matches are simulated using Face to the Mat from PLAAY Games. You can order your own copy of Face to the Mat along with various wrestler card sets by going to the PLAAY Games website at www.play.com. Now, let's go to the OSWA studios.
Hello there and welcome to Old School Wrestling here on Imagisport. I'm Derek Jones and I would like to thank you for joining me here on my pilot episode of the OSWA. The game I'm going to be using here for the Old School Wrestling Association is going to be Face to the Mat. And of course, this is a game you can get from play.com, the website I have on the title screen, and also I will provide a link into the description as well. I use most of the rules of Face to the Mat. This isn't really a tutorial video per se. I'm just going to do a playthrough, but there are other videos out there on YouTube that give you tutorials on how to play the game. The only rule that I'm going to wave on a little bit is the out of the ring chart. I am not really a big fan of it. So usually for the undercard matches, I'm not going to bother too much with it, but I will definitely have it in play for the main event. Now, I know you wanted to see some Face to the Mat action, and you didn't necessarily want to hear me ramble on. So without any further ado, let's go to the ring for our first match. Our opening bout here on Old School Wrestling is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Seattle, Washington, weighing in at 215 pounds, this is Tread Whitewall. And his opponent, also in the ring, from New Iberia, Louisiana, 275 pounds, Croc Wilson. So, Croc Wilson with his debut here on Old School Wrestling. The pre-match roll was done ahead of time, and it resulted in a highlight reel O of 36, which meant the Hotbox ally, the favored wrestler, compliments the opponent, reducing the ally's grudge grade by 2 points. I made that change to Gaylord T. Good's card. So now, everybody, let's get ready to go. It is time for some old school wrestling. And our first card is the helped. Nobody is helped. So we will go to the mean quality. Nobody is mean. Croc Wilson is mean only on a square. So we will do mean. So that means boo rules in effect. Re-roll one die. And 4 points will be had for Croc Wilson. Next card, TV grade, is going to go to Croc. He puts in the head scissors for 1 point. And now grudge grade. Neither is a grudge. It'll go to the trailing wrestler. That is Whitewall for 3. The quick. Croc is quick anywhere. Whitewall is quick on a circle, so he will get the tiebreaker for 2 points. Okay, the favorite quality, and that is going to be Croc Wilson, and he will do a reverse full Nelson slam for 5 big points. The mean quality is next, and Croc is only mean on a square, so nobody will get points on that action card. And now we go to the smart. Nobody is smart. And we'll go to the cheat quality. Nobody is cheat. That's 3 straight without movement on the board. Another boo rule result. So Croc Wilson, no signals to the fans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's time for his finishing maneuver, the Jaws of Death. So 11 to 44 will put Whitewall into a submission. It is 14, and Whitewall taps out. So Croc Wilson is your winner in our opening bout today via a submission. So now let's go ahead and go to the post-match roll, which is a 3, we will go to highlight reel X. And we will roll on that. That is a 61. Commissioner interrupts TV interview with the winning wrestler to express disappointment with the wrestler's performance. So Croc Wilson not too happy with the commissioner's comments. He's going to get his grudge grade increased by 2 points. And we'll see how that ramifications will be there in a future episode. But as we go to break, Croc Wilson, your winner of our opening contest. All right, this next match is a tag team match scheduled for one fall, with the winning team getting a shot at the OSWA World Tag Team Championships in the future. Introducing first team number 1, accompanied to the ring by their good buddy Gaylord T. Good, at a total combined weight of 570 pounds. From Tulsa, Oklahoma, Ray Ed Hargis. And from Spotsville, Indiana, Haystacks Hill. These are the Good Old Boys. And their opponents, representing the Blue Collar Mafia, and they are accompanied to the ring by their leader, Roger the Welder Elder. Total combined weight of 585 pounds. First, from Beardsley, Georgia, this is Dan Hammer. And from South Toledo, Ohio, Nuts and Bolts, Nick Kanicki. Alright, so as we get set here, we will put the cornermen in their appropriate hot boxes underneath the ally. We did a pre-match roll, and it came up with highlight reel R, number 26, where the heel swoons to false flattery from our good guy celebrity, none other than Roller Rumble favorite Chuck Deering. And as a result, the grudge grade for both Hammer and Kanicki got reduced by 2 points. So, with that in tow, Kanicki and Hill are going to start the match in the ring for us. And we are underway with our tag team match. Our first flip is powerful. And we have Nick Kanicki being powerful everywhere. So he will execute a press power slam for 3 points. And there is a tag there, and Kanicki will tag in Dan Hammer. And so the next card is the favor category. That's going to go to Haystacks Hill, and he will execute a stretch slam for 2 points. And we'll roll again for the tag. And oh, it's a hot tag, as Hammer was able to step away and get the tag to Kanicki, and they will get a point, and we will move on. The next one is Strong. And both members are strong, but the Good Old Boys are the trailing team in this point. So Haystacks Hill does a beautiful shoulder neck breaker for 3 points. And the tag roll is another 1. So again, another hot tag. The Blue Collar Mafia being really smart about their tags here. They gain another point for that. So they're holding strong here. TV grades next. Both of them are the same. They're on the same square, so it's going to go to the favored team. In that case, that is the Blue Collar Mafia. 1 point for a body slam. And a number 6, the offensive team makes the tag and then performs a double team maneuver. So they're going to tag out again and perform a double team on Haystacks Hill, and they're going to switch partners. So Kanicki's back in the ring. Next card is helped. It is a sneak attack. Well, they're both helped, but this time, since they're the trailing team, Gaylord T. Good does a little distracting, and 2 points then goes to the Good Old Boys. And again, now they're going to do some double teaming of their own, so they're going to get an extra point, and now Ray Ed Hargis sees his first in-ring action. And so here we flip again, and now we have Smart, although Ray Ed is not smart this time, so we're going to do a reversal here, but Kanicki does not have the favor category, so we are just going to flip another card. And now we have Powerful. Powerful is Nick Kanicki, and so he does a single arm DDT, and that is going to be for 3 points. And then as we look at the tag here, and again, they're going to double team one more time with another roll of 6. And Hammer gets tagged back in. The next card is Strong. And Hammer is strong, but it is only on a circle, so that's not going to cut the mustard here, folks. We're going to flip it around and look for Agile and Rayed Hargis. He is Agile on a circle, so he's going to do a jumping spin kick and get 2 more points. And what about the tag this time? The tag is a 3. No tag. The wrestlers are going to stay in the ring. We move on. The cheat with the lightning. So does Rayed have the cheat quality? He does not. So we'll flip the fast action cards over again, but Dan Hammer is not quick, so we will flip another card. Strong is the next one. Hammer strong only on a circle. Hargis is strong everywhere, so he's going to do a shoulder tackle for 1 point. And then the tag is going to be no tag. We rolled a 2, so onward we go. Oh, trailing. They are both at the same square, so the trailing wrestler in this case is the underdog team. That is Rayed Hargis. So with a comeback surge and 5 big points, 2, 3, 4. We have a finisher coming up here. It's going to be the hog tie till you cry. It's an abdominal claw hold, 11-43, and we have a 13, and Dan Hammer submits, and that's it. The good old boys with a huge upset, taking down the Blue Collar Mafia team of Nick Kanicki and Dan Hammer, and they will get a chance to go for the OSWA World Tag Team Championship in a future airing of Old School Wrestling. But now we have the post-match. And so, number 1, we will go once again to Highlight Reel X. And this is going to be 11, and we're going to actually go to Highlight Reel Y. 55. We're going to go to Highlight Reel Z. 63. Commissioner bans the object of the choice wrestler. Does anybody here? That's Dan Hammer's rubber hammer. So the commissioner comes out. He takes away Dan Hammer's hammer. And looks like he's going to hold on to that hammer for an indefinite period of time. Wow, okay, so Dan Hammer's beside himself. Elders, he's threatening to go to the OSWA Board of Directors to try to right this travesty, but that's really not going to change much of anything. So, very interesting developments here on Old School Wrestling, fans. Your good old boys are your winners by submission. They will be in the OSWA World Tag Team Championship match coming up in a couple of weeks. And Dan Hammer has lost his rubber hammer. We'll be right back with some more action. And now it's time for the Ringside Lounge, our interview segment here on Old School Wrestling. And introducing, without further ado, the host of the Ringside Lounge. Everybody loves him. He just wants people to close the shades. This is Copacetic. He is going to be your host these next few weeks in the Ringside Lounge. So let's see who our guest is going to be today. It's going to be 35. Well, we have the Commissioner, which is going to be our guest here. So, Commissioner's already come into play a lot tonight. He's taken Dan Hammer's rubber hammer away, among other things, and he's also really torn down Croc Wilson as well. So, let's see what happens here in Highlight Reel I. Let's see how this interview is going to go. 21. The guest makes pithy comments about the current state of the Federation, but he connects with the fans. So, the Commissioner is actually going to up his TV grade. Believe it or not. Well, didn't think I'd have to do it this early, but I guess we're going to have to give the Commissioner a TV grade of a B right now, and let's see how that comes into play here in future weeks. Might have to make a wrestler card for him sooner rather than later, but man, from the very outset, he's been getting some heat here. He's berated Croc Wilson. He's taken away Dan Hammer's rubber hammer, so he's certainly not playing friends with anybody at this point. but the fans kind of like him. So we'll see how that bodes here in future weeks here on Old School Wrestling. But that's it for this week's edition of the Ringside Lounge. And what an interesting show that we've had already. As you can see, the commissioner has really been throwing his power around. He's angered Croc Wilson with some derogatory comments. He's also taken Dan Hammer's rubber hammer away, which is pretty interesting in itself. So who knows what's going to stem from that. And he also made some incendiary comments right there on the Ringside Lounge. But the fans seem to be getting behind the commissioner here. So we're just going to have to wait and see what transpires there in future episodes with the commish and how he chooses to wield his power. But for now, we're about ready to go to our main event, 10-man Battle Royal for the OSWA World Championship. So let's go ahead and get started, and we will head back to the ring. And ladies and gentlemen, our main event today on Old School Wrestling is a 10-man over-the-top rope Battle Royal. The winner of this match will be the first OSWA World Heavyweight Champion. Wrestlers are eliminated whenever they are thrown over the top rope and touch the floor until we get down to the last two wrestlers where pinfalls and submissions will apply. Now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the participants. Introducing first, from Beijing, China, weighing in at 215 pounds, it is the Chinese Bear, Quang Choi. Participant number 2, from Commerce, Oklahoma, 265 pounds, Terry Crash Bradley. Participant number 3, from Oma, Mississippi, weighing in at 280 pounds, the Steamroller, Kevin Linton. Participant number 4, from Coldwater, Ohio, 300 pounds, Mother Mertz. Participant number 5, from Springfield, Illinois, weighing in at 290 pounds, the Big Grabowski. Participant number 6, he hails from Deer Park, Texas, 280 pounds, Roughneck Ron Cassidy. Number 7, from Mora, Minnesota, weighing in at 285 pounds, he's the Big Fish. In a small pond, Mr. Marlon Kimbrough. And participant number 8, from Griffin, Georgia, weighing in at 275 pounds, this is Steve America. Participant number 9, from the Empire of Crustacea, weighing in at even 300 pounds, the Lobster Man, Jeff Costa. And then last but not least, your favorite, from Granite Shields, Texas, weighing in at 255 pounds, this is Sergeant Slash. And so the participants are all in the ring, and they are ready to get going here on Old School Wrestling. So we will take 2 wrestlers at a time, and they will battle it out in a mini match. Whoever reaches the first square space, the other wrestler will be eliminated, and then we will reshuffle, bring out 2 more until we get down to the final 2. Because this is a battle royal, it's a real special type of match. I'm not going to worry about a pre-match roll this time. So without any further ado, there's the bell, and our battle royal is underway, and our first 2 wrestlers are the Big Fish and Crash Bradley. And here we go. We'll start off with Heavy, and that goes to Marlon Kimbrough. He's a follow-away slam for 2 points. And then on to the Smart. That is Crash Bradley on a circle, so he will get those 2 points right back with a bionic elbow. Now a specialty. They are both tied, so the specialty is going to be going to the favored wrestler. That is Marlon with his Wave Maker for a big 2 points there. He's getting Bradley, he's trying to pick him up and get him over the rope there. Is Marlon powerful? He is not. So we're going to flip the deck around here. And cheat quality for Crash Bradley, he has none. We will flip on. For the help, wait a minute. It seems that the Big Grabowski is going over to add a little assistance to the Big Fish. So he is helped. So we will go to highlight reel G to get the result there. So let's get our highlight reel over to G, and we will roll it. And it goes to 24. Choice Gang member climbs to the TV booth to berate opponent and issues a grudge match challenge. So Grabowski issues a challenge to Crash Bradley. We will deal with that a little bit later, and then we will go ahead and keep going here in this match. Okay, now we have a test of strength. If both wrestlers are strong or powerful, and both of them, let's see, Marlon is strong everywhere. Bradley is strong in a circle. So here we go. So we roll a die until the ref breaks. So it's a 5. The heel scores a point. That's Marlon. That's enough to get him to the square. So Crash Bradley is our first wrestler eliminated from the Battle Royal today. So with that, we will send Grabowski back to the stack. We will shuffle again, and we will bring out 2 more wrestlers. And our next 2 is going to be, so Big Fish moves on. Next 2 is going to be, Grabowski. And look who's out to meet him. It's Sergeant Slash. And so we're going to look for Agile first. Neither one is Agile. TV grade. Let's take a look at the TV grade. Sergeant Slash's TV grade is an A. Big Grabowski is a C. So the advantage is going to go to Sergeant Slash. He's going to get 3 points for his Tiger Claw. Now the mean category. Both of them are mean. It's going to go to the trailer. That is Grabowski for 2. And then the trailing wrestler again. So Grabowski gets another 2 points. We have a major upset on our hands here. But what? Not so fast. Sergeant Slash, the favorite. Can he get the roll of 2 that he needs? We rolled the dice across. It is a 6. So guess what? Sergeant Slash has thrown Grabowski over the top rope, and so now he is the second one eliminated. So Sergeant Slash will move on. So we will go ahead and reshuffle the deck again and pick out 2 more wrestlers. And so this time the 2 wrestlers are going to be Roughneck Ron and Mother Mertz, 2 of the crowd favorites going up against each other. We have a highlight reel result this time, so we'll go odd for A. It is odd, so we will go to highlight reel A for our next result. So highlight reel A, there it is. We will roll the 2 dice, and we will get a 21. Wrestler suffers injury. So Roughneck Ron is going to be hurt. He's going to be unable to continue. So we're going to have an injury scenario here. So he's out of the Battle Royal, and we're going to check to see how long he's going to be out of action. But Roughneck Ron, by way of injury, he's out of the Battle Royal. He is done. He is eliminated, and Mother Mertz will move on. We will resolve that later on. But right now, let's get 2 more wrestlers into the ring. They are going to be Quang Choi and Steve America. And so we go to the TV grades. Quang Choi is a C. Steve America is a B. So he's going to get the 2-point advantage there for that move. And now the strong quality. That's going to go to Quang Choi. And he's going to get 3 points. The cheat quality. Well, Quang Choi is actually a heel in the Federation. So his question favorite is going to turn into a cheat that is going to give him 1 point and 1 step away from moving on in the Battle Royal. But is he heavy? He is not heavy, so we're going to turn it around. But Steve America does not have an object with him, so we're going to flip on. Highlight reel. We were at A last time, so this time we are going to go to highlight reel B. And it's a 54. Wrestler fakes fatigue, calls for timeout, and as opponent retreats to corner, wrestler delivers a brutal body blow. 2 points for the favored wrestler, which is Quang Choi. And guess what? He played possum. Steve America fell for it, and guess what? Now Steve America is out of the Battle Royal. That's going to be some interesting developments right there. So we will put him out. Kwang Choi goes back in the stack. And now we're down to 6 wrestlers remaining in this Battle Royal. But no rest for the weary for Kwang Choi, because now he has to face the Lobster Man. So the mean category, they are both means. It's going to go to the favored, and we have a submission attempt. But since Kwang Choi is strong, if we roll 1 to 4, he breaks out of it. And he does, so Lobster Man will only get 1 point for the submission hold, and we will go on. Oh, now we have a wild card result. And we will just do the regular in-ring wild card chart for this. And we will go to wild card result 53. Is the favored wrestler heavy? Lobster Man is, so opponent buried under body avalanche, 2 more points for the Lobster Man. Kwang Choi a little fatigued from his dust-up with Steve America. Nobody has the object, so we will move on. TV grade here. Lobster Man's a C, so is Kwang Choi. It's going to go to the trailer. That is Kwang Choi, and he will get a point there. Back to heavy. And Lobster Man is heavy, 3 points, and Kwang Choi's done. Lobster Man will advance. So now we're down to 5 wrestlers. And so our next 2 are going to be Sergeant Slash and Mother Mertz. Again, a couple of crowd favorites here. We'll see how this pans out. We're going to start with looking at the grudge grades. And let's see, Sergeant Slash does not have a grudge grade yet, but Mother Mertz has 2 points. And this was a predetermined grudge grade from when we started the Federation. So it's going to be Mother Mertz that's going to get the 3 points there. And so we have a helped category. And actually, Colonel Union is going to come out, and he's going to have some distraction here. And that's going to help out and benefit Sergeant Slash. So we have 2 points there for Sergeant Slash. And so the referee chases Colonel Union back to the dressing room, but the damage may have already been done here. Oh, back to grudge, back to Mother Mertz, 2 points, and guess what? In another stunning upset, Mother Mertz gets Sergeant Slash over the top rope, and Sergeant Slash is now out of this Battle Royal. He was one of the perennial favorites coming in, but not to be, as Mother Mertz emerges, and now we are down to 4. And so, but now Mother Mertz has to deal with the big steamroller, Kevin Linton. Let's see, the trailing. In this case, it's going to be the underdog. So Mother Mertz is still battling here, and he gets another 2 points. And we have a help that, wait a minute, somebody's coming out here, and what in the world is Roger Elder the Welder doing out here? It seems like he's helping Kevin Linton. Linton came into to the ring with the cheers of the fans, but wait a minute, Elder has went ahead and he's helped Linton out. So Linton gets the 2 points. Somehow Linton and Elder, could Linton be a new member of the Blue Collar Mafia? We're going to have to get to the bottom of this somehow, but now we're going to have to go to the wild card chart. And so our wild card result is 62. Is the wrestler mean? Kevin Linton is mean. So he disables his opponent with a gouge. He's unable to continue. Wrestler then issues a hardcore grudge match challenge to any mean wrestler. Again, we're going to have to look at that later. But for right now, holy smokes, hold the phone. Kevin Linton, it looks like Kevin Linton's a new member of the Blue Collar Mafia as Mother Mertz is eliminated, and now we are down to 3 wrestlers left. And so it's going to go down to Big Fish and Lobster Man. And so let's see what will happen here. We have strong. Big Fish is strong, so we're going to give a point there. And another strong, and so another 3 points for the Big Fish. And then favorite. Neither one has favorite. We will move on. Helped. Looks like Big Grabowski is going to come out again to try to give a little bit of assistance to Marlon. And it looks like we are going to go back to highlight reel G. That seems to be the most appropriate one to use here for this. And only if I can keep my die from falling off of the table. So let's go ahead and roll here. 41 on G. Gang member tossed from ring by opponent. Suffers a real injury and he's going to be out of action. So Grabowski is going to be, Grabowski's going to be out for a long time. 6 weeks it looks like. Again, we will resolve that later. But no points scored there, and so we're going to move on. Who's going to face Kevin Linton in the final stages of our Battle Royal? Nobody is quick. Mean. We have one mean, that's Lobster Man. So he's starting to mount a comeback here. TV grade. So Big Fish is a C. Lobster Man is also a C. So we're going to go with the trail. That is Lobster Man, but 0 points for a C TV grade. So we will move on. Grudge. Lobster Man has a grudge of 4, and Big Fish nothing. So Lobster Man gets the grudge grade here. He takes the slight lead. They're starting to both teeter on the ropes a little bit. They're starting to lean over. Who's gonna flip who over here? We go back to Grudge. It's gonna be the Lobster Man, and he's gonna get that point. Marlon Kimbrough is out, and now we're down to our final 2 competitors in this Battle Royal. It's going to be Kevin Linton and Lobster Man. Let's first roll. Our out of the ring check is going to go on space number 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to go on the second square. So what that means is if either wrestler lands on the second square, then what's going to happen is that he's going to throw his opponent over the top rope and automatically be declared the winner. Otherwise, pinfall or submission will apply. So here we go. We start with powerful, and both of them are powerful. So in this case, it is going to go to the favorite, and that is Kevin Linton for 3 points with a press power slam. Followed up by agile. Nobody's agile. But it's a comeback surge by the Lobster Man. 3 big points there, and he ties it up. So now we're at mean. Both of them are mean, and they're both in the same space. So again, Kevin Linton, the favorite, is going to move on there. We go with quick. Nobody's quick. And again, nobody's quick. And agile. Nobody's agile. It's a boo rule result. So favored wrestler is going to move a certain number of spaces. That's going to be 3. And almost threw him over the top rope, but not the B there. We go back to quick. Nobody's quick. Nobody's agile. Nobody's quick. Another boo rule result. So Linton moves 1 more space. Okay, back to mean. They're both mean. So Lobster Man, because he trails, gets 3 points for his Cobra Clutch Slam. And does he have the cheat quality? He does have the cheat quality on a circle. So there, it's going to be 2 points for a loaded boot. Is he smart? Yes, he is smart. Again, this is a lightning bolt. We just checked Lobster Man's card since he was the last one that scored. He is smart. 2 points there for an inverted face lock DDT. And the crowd's starting to get it behind Lobster Man a little bit because of Linton's affiliation with the Blue Collar Mafia. Roger Elder's trying to cheer him on here, but it's not working at this point. Now we go to the grudge. So Lobster Man has a grudge of 4. And Kevin Linton has a grudge of 5. So actually it's going to be Kevin Linton the beneficiary here with a big boot. 2 points there. So now we go back to quick. Nobody's quick. So now we go to heavy. They're both heavy. Lobster Man is the trailer. So 1 point for the shoulder smash. And who's going to get the first pinfall attempt? It's going to be going to trailing, but guess what? Nobody is trailing here. And in this case, since it's Lobster Man is considered the underdog, he's going to get the 3 points. And guess what? He's got a reverse and knee lift, and he's going to go for the pin. Kevin Linton's TV grade is an A, though. So if we get 11 to 33, Linton will be able to kick out. So 36, that's 1. 31, he just barely kicks out. So we go on. Is Lobsterman strong? He is not strong, so we will flip it, and we go to the cheat. Now again, Linton is a question mark favorite, but since he's allied himself with Roger Elder, that question favorite turns into a cheat, so guess what? 3 big points for Kevin Linton with his boot to the groin. And so now Lobsterman is down. Lobsterman has a C grade. He needs 11 to 23 to kick out. So what's it going to be? 1, 2, and 24. No, just barely. It's 3, and that is it. And so your first ever OSWA World Champion is the Steamroller, Kevin Linton. And now Kevin Linton is joined in the ring not only by Roger Elder, but also his new friends in the Blue Collar Mafia, Dan Hammer and Nick Kanicki, and also Mr. Everything has come out as well. So looky there. It looks like we're going to have a very powerful faction on our hands here with the Blue Collar Mafia, and they were off to a shaky start whenever Kanicki and Hammer got upset in the tag team match earlier tonight, but they're riding high now because your winner and new OSWA World Heavyweight Champion is the newest member of the Blue Collar Mafia. That is the Steamroller, Kevin Linton.
And what a main event we had here in the Battle Royal. Kevin Linton was declared your winner, and we all thought he was going to walk away with the OSWA World Heavyweight Championship. But after the camera stopped rolling, the commissioner came out, and the post-match roll was a 13, which meant the heel illegal tactic was revealed. So the commissioner was not too happy with Kevin Linton kicking Lobsterman in the groin. So he declared the match a no contest, which infuriated the Blue Collar Mafia. But in any event, the OSWA World Heavyweight Championship is still vacant. But that sets up our main event for our next show. It's going to be Kevin Linton and the Lobsterman one-on-one, and the winner of that match will become our first ever OSWA World Heavyweight Champion. We also had some injury scenarios to take care of that took place during the Battle Royal. And because there was so much going on in that Battle Royal, I wanted to wait until after the match in order to resolve everything there. The Big Grabowski, as you recall, challenged Crash Bradley in one of the wild card results. But that match is not going to happen for quite a while because the Grabowski got injured for 6 matches. And knowing the heel character of Grabowski, I'm sure he's going to milk his injury for as long as he can. However, Roughneck Ron also got injured, but his injury is only for 2 matches, and he's going to try to gut it out. He's actually scheduled to be in action in our next show, so hopefully he can overcome his injuries and pick up a win there. So with that, other matches that we had, also wanted to apologize. I knew that there were some oversights I made during the Battle Royal, one on a Lightning Bolt check and also one on reading the dice wrong on one of the pinfall attempts, but neither one of them really affected the outcome. But I do apologize for the errors there. Also, on our next show, we're going to have another match to see who's going to take on the Good Old Boys to become the first OSWA World Tag Team Champions. We have Ed Boom Boom Barrington and the big dog Rob Rickerson. Together, they are known as the Boom Dogs. They are going to be taking on the team of Yefeni El Akid and Kwang Choi, together known as Foreign Destruction. So the Boom Dogs and Foreign Destruction will face off next week to see who will take on the Good Old Boys for the OSWA World Tag Team belts. Like I said, Roughneck Ron's going to be in action. The man known as Z is going to be in action as well. And of course, we're going to have another installment of the Ringside Lounge, and you never know what's going to happen there. So once again, thank you for joining me here on this pilot episode of Old School Wrestling. Feel free to leave your comments down below, whether you liked the show, you didn't like the show. Subscribe to the Imagine Sport channel, and you'll get notifications on future episodes of Old School Wrestling and other sports simulation playthroughs
using games that I own. This is probably not going to be a weekly show. More realistically, I'll probably do 1 or 2 shows every month. But again, if you subscribe and you turn on your notifications, you will be the first to know when a new show's out. I'll also probably post links on like different Facebook groups and forums as well. So once again, thank you for joining us this week on OSWA Old School Wrestling. Until next time, this is Derek Jones saying thank you for watching and have a great day.